Okay, folks, Andrew Bopros here. I want to talk about a signing that we just scooped up Monday for the running back room. Kind of interesting conversation here. J.K. Dobbins is out, as we all know, but this young man, actually, well, I shouldn't say young man, he's a veteran. He's 31 years old as a running back. Interesting story with him. A lot to discuss. So, guys, let's get in. Okay, folks, as always, like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content. I'm Andrew Bopros. So, again, I want to talk a little bit about Harbaugh here as well. Harbaugh spoke on Monday and was very clear that he is going to play the best 53-man roster he possibly can every single week. So if you're not getting snaps, you're not getting possessions, you're not getting opportunities to be on the field, guess what? You're not going to play. You're not the best 53-man roster. So they're evaluating from a week-to-week basis how you're performing, how you're playing moving forward. So again, like people keep asking, both pros ourselves, we keep asking, what's up with DJ Chark? Clearly, he's not showing enough to get play time. Whether that's Justin Herbert saying I don't want him on the field or whoever, right? But bottom line, he's not getting play time. Specifically talking about DJ Chark on Monday, just stating that, look, we're going to play the best 53-man roster. So he's there for depth. He had a couple snaps. Nothing came of it, of course. So it's very interesting to see how that's playing out. I don't know if it's a blocking thing or whatever, but our signing is a little bit interesting. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as well. But again, John Kelley was drafted in the 6th round by the Rams, 176 pick overall, right? So interesting story behind him in college. I'm going to review his stats here in a second. In freshman year, he was behind Jalen Hurd and Alvin Kamara. Kamara obviously has had an amazing NFL career. Behind him also his sophomore year. And his junior year is really where he excelled as a running back at Tennessee. Look at his numbers here. Again, he averaged about 4.1 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns. He's had 15 total college touchdowns. And again, he's a receiving back, so I think there's some things that's nice about him in that regard, right? So he has some talent catching the ball. I'm going to talk a little bit more about why I think we also potentially sign him in just a second when we talk about the Ravens also. But again, player that's been bounced around quite a bit from, team to team. But this is also his pre-draft measurables. Nothing super fancy or flashy here. But again, 20-yard shuttle, okay speeds, 40-yard dash, 4.6. That's kind of slow, right? You really want to be around a 4.5. Anyways, good numbers, not great numbers. He's basically 5'10", 215. Again, he's a big dude, right? I think that's really where probably the Chargers would want him to excel. Gus Edwards hasn't quite been the best bruiser back that we were expecting from him. Still a little puzzled as to why, but for whatever reason, he's not quite lived up to, expectations potentially. So, this young man, well, I shouldn't say young man, he's 31 years old. He's a veteran in the NFL. So, we'll see what happens. Again, he's signed to the practice squad. Wouldn't suspect he comes up this week. Might. Who knows? We shall see. But interesting conversation. He did have some time with the Browns right after the Rams. Yeah, nothing really to be said. He signed with the Browns in 2022. Again, he left. He was released on August 30th in 2022. And then the Baltimore Ravens scooped him up, and that's really where he's been for the most part right now. Again, with J.K. Dobbins out, as you know, kind of an interesting situation, right? The nice thing about here, and this is one of the things I've always said, that a lot of people, again, if I'm a GM, right? If I'm a GM, I would go get people that understand the offense, understand what we're trying to do. Now, the nice thing about this guy is he obviously knows what the Ravens do. We run a very similar offense. Probably the language is almost exactly the same to begin with. So he could probably step in and immediately impact the team if needed, right? So that's why he would be a good person. Now, again, we have other people on our practice squad as well, Jarrett Patterson being another one of them. But again, I do think that, at least if need be, we can try and use him as well. Now, again, he was released in August 27th, and then re-signed back to the practice squad for the Ravens. Kelley was called up in 2 games for the Ravens. He played 0 offensive snaps on the offensive side of the ball, but 2 kickoff returns for 46 yards and was released on October 1st. We signed him up on October 2nd once he was available off of waivers. So why does he matter, right? Again, is he a game changer? Absolutely not. Is he someone that's going to be absolutely amazing right out of the gate? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, he's someone that understands the offense and could potentially step in for Hassan Haskins. And Hassan Haskins had a fumbled ball. And we know Haskins is a bit of a special teams type of guy as well. We all know Haskins was also brought back, and he was in special teams formation. So who knows? Maybe they'll say, all right, let's see how this guy does. John Kelley, maybe he'll be a better choice for us on special teams and a third back or maybe a fourth back, depending on injuries moving forward. But it is interesting. Again, this team is still trying to improve and still trying to field the best 53-man roster you possibly can on a week-to-week basis, and that's really what this team wants to do. So, guys, interesting signing. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. Again, give us your thoughts. Love to hear what you guys say. We do read your comments. As always, Andrew Bopros. See you guys in the next one.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching the Bolt Bros podcast.